Remains in the woods. The caravan horror behind a British supermarket, one of the most chilling true horror stories making headlines today, is the discovery of human remains near a Tesco supermarket in Bournemouth, UK. On April 26, 2025, Dorset police were alerted to the presence of remains in a wooded area off Riverside Avenue. An abandoned caravan nearby, noticed by locals weeks prior, became a focal point of the investigation. Authorities have stated that the death appears to be non-recent, and efforts are underway to determine the identity of the deceased and the circumstances surrounding the discovery. This unsettling case has captured public attention due to the mysterious circumstances and the eerie setting. The combination of the secluded location, the abandoned caravan, and the unidentified remains evokes a real-life horror narrative that continues to unfold. On a grey April morning in 2025, a quiet wooded patch behind a Tesco supermarket in Bournemouth, England, became the centre of a chilling mystery. Dorset police were called to Riverside Avenue on April 26th after a passerby made a disturbing discovery. What appeared to be human remains hidden near an abandoned caravan. The area had long been overlooked, just a tangle of trees and scrubland behind the bustling grocery store. Locals had noticed the caravan weeks earlier, parked awkwardly and left to rot, its windows shattered and door hanging open. Some assumed it was just a homeless shelter. Others thought it had been forgotten. No one imagined it might hold a secret far darker than mold or mildew. When investigators arrived, they cordoned off the site and quickly confirmed the grim reality. The remains were indeed human, and based on initial findings, the death was not recent. What remains unclear and deeply unsettling is how the body ended up there, who it was, and why no one had come looking. Residents are now reeling from the realization that, for weeks, maybe longer, they'd been walking, shopping, and living just steps away from a corpse slowly decomposing in the woods. The police have yet to release a cause of death or confirm whether foul play is suspected, but the tone of their investigation suggests that this is more than a forgotten tragedy. It could be a murder, hidden in plain sight. The caravan itself has become a symbol of the horror. Vandalized and stripped bare, it now sits beneath the police tar pits, every inch a potential crime scene. Speculation runs rampant. Was the victim lured there? Was the body dumped after the fact? Why has no missing person report led to identification? As forensics teams continue combing the site and dental and DNA records are examined, Bournemouth's once ordinary backlot has become a modern-day graveyard. And until answers come, a haunting truth lingers over Riverside Avenue. Someone died here, alone, forgotten, and for now, unclaimed by the living. This developing case has captured public attention not just for its eerie setting, but for the way it echoes urban horror legends: the forgotten camper, the woods behind the store, the body no one knew was there. But this isn't fiction, it's very real. And it's not over yet. As the investigation unfolds, forensic experts are working under a veil of complexity. The state of the remains suggests significant decomposition, making identification more difficult. Investigators haven't confirmed whether the body was male or female, adult or adolescent. That silence has only heightened the unease. Could the victim have been homeless, undocumented, or even part of a larger, overlooked pattern of missing persons? With each passing day, the unanswered questions weigh heavier. The abandoned caravan itself is now central to the Kaisand. It's become an object of local fascination and dread. Faded graffiti marks its side, the windows are spiderwebbed with cracks, and inside there are whispers of what officers discovered. A mold-ridden mattress, scattered personal items, and an overwhelming stench. Some believe the body may have been hidden there deliberately. Others suspect the caravan itself was used as a place of isolation, perhaps even captivity. Local shop workers and residents who pass the area daily have begun sharing their unease. One Tesco employee said she often felt watched when walking near the tree line during early morning shifts. A delivery driver reported seeing the caravan door open and shut on its own weeks ago but assumed it was the wind. It's only now, with the discovery of the body, that these strange details have taken on a darker meaning. Maybe the signs were there all along and simply ignored. The idea that someone may have died or been killed so close to such a public place is unsettling. How many people walked by, unaware? How many others might be lying just beyond the trees, their stories never told? The proximity of horror to normalcy is what makes this case so chilling. There were no screams, no blood stains, no dramatic discovery, just silence, decay, and the eerie quiet of something deeply wrong lurking behind a supermarket. As rumors swirl and media attention builds, Dorset police remain tight-lipped, but locals have begun leaving flowers at the tree line, creating an impromptu memorial to someone they never knew. In the absence of a name, the site has become sacred in its own place to mourn the unknown. Because until the truth comes out, one thing is certain: someone died there. And someone else might still be out there, watching, hoping that silence covers what they've done. Police sources, speaking anonymously to local media, hinted that the caravan itself may have been parked in the wooded area for months, not weeks. Overgrown grass had crept halfway up its wheels. Investigators believe the body may have been placed there long before anyone took notice. Its isolation making it a perfect hiding place. With few visitors to that specific patch of woods and no surveillance cameras nearby, whoever left the body likely felt confident they would not be discovered quickly. Initial reports from forensic teams noted that the body was found in a curled position inside a partially zipped sleeping bag. This detail suggests the victim may have died while asleep or was positioned to look that way. Several items of clothing, empty water bottles, and a pack of cigarettes were recovered near the remains, but none provided any clear identifying information. One chilling clue: an old flip phone with a shattered screen tucked beneath the body, still intact enough to retrieve data. Detectives are reportedly examining it for call logs or text messages that could shed light on the victim's final hours. As part of the investigation, missing persons records from surrounding counties and even parts of Wales and London have been pulled. Authorities are working with Interpol and national databases to rule out possible international victims, given that Bournemouth receives a steady flow of tourists and migrant labourers. DNA testing is underway, but results could take weeks. Meanwhile, police have urged anyone who may have known someone living rough or in a caravan in the area to come forward even if they haven't seen them in months. Interestingly, there was no immediate sign of trauma to the remains, at least not visibly. No shell casings, no blood spatter. This leaves possibilities ranging from overdose to asphyxiation, to something far more complex perhaps, even poisoning. But the level of decomposition has made it difficult to confirm anything without full toxicology reports. Investigators are also testing for environmental contaminants, suggesting they haven't ruled out the body being dumped there post-mortem. The broader context makes this case all the more disturbing. Bournemouth and the surrounding Dorset area have seen a rise in homeless encampments and transient dwellings in recent years, many tucked away in wooded lots, far from public view. These forgotten corners have become havens for those seeking shelter and, potentially, for those looking to hide crimes. With one victim now confirmed and no clear timeline for answers, locals fear this case may only be the beginning. Some now wonder what else is out there, still hidden, still waiting to be found. A forgotten patch of woods, an abandoned caravan, and a body left to decay in silence. We don't know their name. We don't know how they died, but someone does. Somewhere out there, a person is carrying the weight of a secret, heavy enough to bury, but not deep enough to stay hidden forever. The question now isn't just who the victim was, It's who wanted them to disappear. If you know anything about the remains found behind the Tesco on Riverside Avenue in Bournemouth, speak up. Because the longer the silence lasts, the more power it gives to the one who caused it. Until then, this remains an open file. What makes this case so deeply unsettling isn't just the decay or the mystery, it's the possibility that someone knew this person, spoke to them, maybe even loved them, and still, no one came looking. In a world where we track everything, where our phones know where we are at all times, someone vanished completely, quietly, unnoticed. It's a reminder that the most terrifying thing isn't death in the dark, it's dying unseen, and being left there, alone, while life goes on just yards away.